I have a buddy who does rec therapy on an Alzheimer's unit, and he told me before about musical therapy and how that does make a difference with this sort of patient population. So it was really, really cool to see, really heartwarming. What moved me the most probably was just the difference in the man's facial expressions and his ability to interact before he listened to the music versus after. So clearly that awoken some part of his brain that is normally dormant due to the onset of his disease. Obviously, music and other forms of artistic expression really are important when working with patients that are suffering from these sorts of issues. You have to think outside the box just because you're dealing with something that is so pervasive and devastating and impedes what you would normally consider, the forms of therapy. Like if your brain is degenerated to the point where you can't have a normal conversation, obviously sitting in an hour-long CBD class isn't going to do any well. You're not going to try to do dialectical behavioral therapy with that. So you thinking outside the box, I think, is really evident in this sort of treatment. As far as implications for social work, I mean, one of the main ethical principles is, just understanding and exploring the dignity and worth of a person. And I think, obviously, if you can do anything to improve that, I think you're doing a great job. This country is really, really good at quantity of care for end of life care, but we really don't handle the quality very well. We know how to keep you alive. We can put you on respirators and ventilators and feeding tubes and everything like that, but you're basically just a sack of potatoes in a hospital somewhere. So think programs like this could go a long way towards helping that. I would just, again, I'm stuck in managed care brain right now, just doing my practicum and that sort of thing. I would just be concerned about where the funding for this sort of thing is going to come from. If the MCO would approve of this and pay for these iPads or musical therapy, or if that's going to be something that's going to fall on the poor social worker making $38 a year to supply her own iPads and that sort of thing. So that would be my only concern, but I think it's definitely an awesome program, and anytime that you can improve the quality of life and give some respect back to someone who has lost that dignity due to the ravages of mental illness or physical illness, I think it's awesome.